Welcome to the continuation of our time with Ori and the Will of the Wisps. We're just going to pick up directly where we left off rather abruptly in the last stream. We did have to cut off fairly suddenly, but after completing a major landmark, which is restoring the waters of this environment by clearing the wellspring. So, at about 15% on the map so far, but the moveset has been progressing rather quickly, and having taken a few days off from this, we'll see how much of the controls we have still internalized. But I'm sure it will come back with time. Okay, yeah. So here we were at the conclusion of the previous stream, having opened up the ability to traverse waters that were formerly poisoned. And if I recall, yeah, we got double jump, we have dash, we can climb walls. What do we got equipped? Currently the Spirit Star, which is essentially a boomerang. And yeah, just have to get warmed up here. Right, because these whip you in the direction of travel. Now that we have unlocked the grapple power. And I think I obtained one collectible here, and that was pretty much the last thing we accomplished. Can we grip this? Yes, we can. I think this is familiar territory, though. Up here, where we had spent so much of the previous session. Anyway, the main accomplishment at this point, of course, is the ability to traverse through water, so we'll just head down there and probably just do that as our first port of call. Of course, the amount of time we can spend submerged is still limited by breath, and that's something that we'll have to keep in mind, lest we take damage. So that's still going to be one form of progression gating we'll have to work around. Possibly with some speed, possibly with just... Yeah, it seems like we cannot use to grapple underwater in locations like this. We do have to traverse this normally. Very important thing to know that I did not previously realize. We had spent very little time in the water, of course, having just unlocked it. But the fact that the grapple does not operate under these conditions seems to be a vital piece of information. Anyway, seems like the idea here is going to be to use the projectile to traverse further, if we can locate that here. There we go. And yep, safely traversing. I believe this should be new territory if I am looking at this correctly. Whoops. I did not think we were that low in health, but very quick respawn at the nearest location. Sure, let's just tap the explosive guy very unwisely. Probably should have used our projectile. Or really even kept him alive, so we could use these powers accordingly. Seems like the point here is to, once again, use them as a projectile to head up to the next location. Oops. Definitely having some accuracy issues here, of course. This guy seems new. I've not encountered one of them previously. You seem quite vulnerable to our energy-consuming boomerang power, though, so we'll just take advantage of that. And, yeah. Definitely very energy-consuming. Doesn't home in quite as nicely as the arrow. But that's okay. Now we can go down to the water. Or we can continue progressing upwards. I think let's have a bit of a swim, since that's now become newly available. And see how quickly we can make it across to... Oh. Okay, good. Very friendly. Now, what can we do down here? Seems like our first objective is to recover some breath. And probably used grapple going this way in order to head topside. There we go. That was unusually sharp. And yeah, this looks like a brand new location. Not much can be done over here, unfortunately. I cannot use my melee power underwater. Can't really do much underwater other than traverse, in fact. All we can do is swim. I believe this was also the case in the first game, but it has been a while since I've looked at that, so... Well, the immediate objective seems to be to get over to the left side, if we can somehow figure out how to make that crossing. It may be something we're unable to do until much later. Whoops, have to maybe not hit the sharp bit every time. Looks like there's some incentive to head upwards as well if we can manage it. But I don't think that is within reach right now. No, not even with a double jump and dash. Highly doubtful that that gives me enough height, no matter how I try to execute it. Wow, I really do keep running into that guy. Sometimes the visibility of the hazards leaves something to be desired. I kind of suspect that the eventual traversal will involve swimming up waterfalls. But we don't really know that for a fact just yet. What we do know is that these currents seem to be a roadblock at present. But we can indeed progress. And there we go. That's not going to be useful for anything except a bit of replenishment of our breath. Now let's see if we can lead the target. Get him to home in to this location here. We are, however, out of breath once again. Other thing is, we can check whether or not I can grip this underwater and project it in a reverse direction. Yeah, that is the right idea, wrong execution. And that breaks that wide open. That is correct. Oh, oops. Maybe let's... yeah. Once again, we are going to be out of breath pretty quickly here. Let's get out of here. I don't know what the damage rate is from being out of breath, but I imagine it's rather brisk. Presumably we do need to break open this location next to the right, if we're able to. Nope, doesn't seem to shatter. However, we can also fire upon the middle segment. That might be the solution here. And it is. That releases the wheel. Okay, great. Actual developments. Now we can ride the wheel and move on upwards to some of the previously inaccessible locations. Okay, doing well. Just need to wait for the next opportunity. Oh, whoops. Have to remember how to use the forward dash. Still have to get some of that muscle memory back after even just a short interruption in progress. And, okay, up here we have cash. Not much besides cash. There is this very suspicious location shining down upon us, but no way to access it yet, seemingly. And, yeah, still unable to cover that distance to the left, so This may be all we can do here for now. Might be worthwhile to check the map just to take a look at what else we might be missing, but I believe that's pretty much it for this location until we can find some way to get across. In the meantime, plenty that we missed on the way down here. I see that we have one spot of cache here that we didn't obtain, as well as some unlockable passages to connect us back to Inkwater Marsh in the early area of the game. Whoops, let's maybe not take too much damage all at once. And what did I say? Okay, would be advisable to find some solid ground so we have a healing location. Nope, we just got sniped. Let's heal up. Just a moment here. And then work our way back. I'm doing well otherwise, though. We can, of course, see if we can ride that projectile up in this location. I suspect we can, and we can need to target a little better, that we can, in fact, reach the top location. We see a life orb over to the right side of our current location. Just waiting there for the pickings. Okay. Not a great landing. Kind of a rough landing, in fact, but we should be able to navigate our way up in no time. We do need maybe a bit of a horizontal boost here. Nope. And then we have the Power of Life, which replenishes our entire bank. And yeah, in the end that'll work out to our advantage, even if we squander that advantage almost immediately. Do need to find a way to get out, of course. Probably once again with a boost. Yeah, unless there's another way that I'm not detecting here. A shortcut, perhaps. But at the moment, I think we just need to go back the way we came. Yeah, it does look like the only way. So we'll just need to tread carefully. Really does hit hard, that thing, so we just need to ride out a projectile, I think, and hope for the best. Nope, can't really see a grapple point up the stairs, so might be in a little bit of trouble here until we can figure out how to redirect. Oh, you know what? I know. We need to redirect a projectile to the left and then maybe re-grab it. Seems a little bit elaborate. I don't know if that's the most plausible thing, considering that we run up against a wall. Yeah, I was hoping to deflect the projectile this way and re-grab it, but it doesn't seem like we work quite fast enough for that to happen. So, let's just head back over here and see what else can be done. Seems like the issue right now is just the obstruction of these two fellows blocking our progress, unless we see some other way upwards. Yeah, not quite. So let's just try to ride this out once again. Unless this homes in on me. No, it doesn't. If it had homed in, that would have solved quite a few problems right there. I don't know, perhaps I was supposed to just get out on the left side. But by the looks of the map, I don't believe that to be the case, given that that was pretty clearly a dead end. So, yeah, we have to figure out how to fish a way out of here, then. And I don't currently see it, unless there's a location that I can bust open. Whoops. Alternative being, we just take a death and see what a reset point is, but that seems clunky. And also unlikely. So there might be something I'm missing. Maybe I can just traverse this somehow. See if I can make it up the curve onto that lip. And wall jump up from there, perhaps. There we go. Almost. Almost. Yep, that is the right idea. There we go. There we go. Now to make it out somehow. Yep, there we go. And look at that, cash. Excellent. And Merlin, I am doing well. Hope you are fine yourself. Caught up on a great deal of Mario Maker over the weekend, which was very nice to have. Now, I don't think I can make this just yet, unless I see something like a grapple point. We can always try. Oh, there we go. It was a little bit out of camera vision. And this looks mildly familiar. This looks like a location that can be hit with a ground pound if we really wanted. So yeah, let's just pound it. I'm gonna just switch back to boomerang for the time being. And yeah, we have now, of course, unlocked the ability to swim, so this is the platform from upstairs. Whoops. That was a bad move. And yeah, well, good morning to you, Merlin. Good morning. Let's wait for the projectile from this guy to make our way back up this side. Pretty low on energy right now. Whoops. Always have a bit of an ambitious dash getting us into trouble. And okay. So yeah, this is just my third session with this game, but it's progressing along quite nicely. Once your movement skills open up, it really becomes quite an exciting game. Okay, great. Big boost of energy right there. I'm going to use that immediately to fill up for the time being, given how low we are. Whoa. Oh, wow, that was a bit of a disastrous run right there. Okay, there we go. Maybe get rid of that one while we're at it. Wow, he really does quite a bit of suppressing of fire there. Boomerang is going to dispatch him rather quickly. And yeah, Merlin, this is the second game in this series. The first game is Ori and the Blind Forest. This is number 2, which is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And it was originally an Xbox exclusive, but both of the games have now come to Nintendo Switch. This one was released a few months ago, so I did play the first game on Switch, but before I had a capture card, so I never managed to record it. So I knew I had to record this one because these games are absolutely beautiful. And so they roughly work in a Metroid style in terms of the map exploration and the collection of things that steadily boost your power with time, but there are some platforming escape sequences that are all over the game that are in some ways very similar to the Donkey Kong Country games, I think. There's a lot that reminds me of DKC in terms of how the designers like to think about platforming. Now, I did fall quite a ways here. Let's just bust these guys down. Okay. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Now, I did open up a fairly large passageway here, and that is, of course, a familiar area from earlier in the game. I just happened to fall down before I could properly explore the top side. We have, of course, quite a few movement options now that I didn't before, and so a lot of these locations should now be newly accessible. And so we might as well explore the map and just go to the left. Hey, I'm kind of ignoring the main quest right now, but that's how I play. So. And of course there are some warp points in the map if we really do want to get back on track, but for now, since we have unlocked so much in terms of what we can do, I definitely want to just run around for a bit. Having a much easier time, of course, with the enemies now that I have a much wider skill set than what I started with. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can do anything up the top right. I don't think I... Oh, there we go. Grapple point. And more grappling. Whoops. More grappling, and that is a life cell. Collecting a fragment doesn't increase your bank, but it does act as a full replenishment of what you currently have, which is kind of important to know. And here, yeah, that's just a warp point. Not going to use it just yet. I do want to probably explore the lower level a little further, given that that was previously not accessible simply because we couldn't swim. But now that we do have access, might as well take a look. Oh, that's a new enemy. I hadn't really seen that enemy type before. Seems like we will need to use a few boosts here and there just to save enough breath to get through the water segment and make it over here. Great. Okay. Is there anything else down here? Probably not. There is a bit of a connecting point that we had not previously seen, as well as a whole section to the left. So we can check some of the crannies to the right, but we can sweep those later, I think. It might be interesting to look at this location right now since we're close, but we'll see about that. For the moment, we'll just try to latch our way back to the surface over here. Okay. And let's see. Had we checked anything down here? I think the location I want is a bit further down. That's new. And slightly unexpected. That was accessible, I think, earlier in the game, but I just hadn't searched very carefully. Now we do have some gravel, but we did have that last time we were here. We just didn't have the ability to swim, so let's get over here and collect the ore. There we go. Plenty banked up now for some of the construction quests in the main hub, or what looked like the main hub that we had seen so far. But we'll collect what we can before we go back there to see what we can spend this on. Now, what's close by? Might as well check some of these locations too. Yes, because this was new. Really interesting to think that we did not have the power to grip these with the mash power the last time we were here, because it was so much earlier in the game when we didn't really have any traversal powers at all. And let's see, we can check this location, and then I think I'll move on from this general area. But Let's see at first. Have to check the map every now and then just to get a sense of orientation, of course. One thing that's very striking about this game is how seamless the exploration areas are, that the zones are fairly large. That's been true of a number of the Metroid-style indie games that we've seen, actually. Guacamelee is kind of like this. SteamWorld Dig 2 is kind of like this, in terms of having really open traversal areas where the gating doesn't really happen so much with doors, but more with these really large-scale traversal powers. Had we thrown the switch? I don't think we had. Why don't we just open that up, and that will give me access to that energy cell. Now, is this timed? Let's find out. I don't think it is. Okay. That's another one down. And yeah, there's quite a lot here that we hadn't really seen. And yeah, Merlin, I thought this would be something appealing to share with people who are really into 2D platformers. As I said, it is the second game in this series. The first one is worth playing, but there's clearly a lot that they refined about the design in the second one. They're both very similar style, but there's a lot here that feels more polished. I would recommend them both. But there's a very clear progression in how the designers were giving this series a distinct sense of identity. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go down and to the left and see what's down there. Very nice to finally be able to touch some fluid, which is kind of new in that it was not the case much earlier. Yeah, the set of movement powers is really quite good. Very flexible. Oh, kind of a delayed camera scroll there. Moment of weirdness. Okay. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Let's heal up. Heal up again. Probably swat this guy with a boomerang if I can. Okay, there we go. Okay. Whoops. Okay, that isn't going to give much back in terms of life or energy, but we have plenty of cash, which is kind of nice to work with. And then... oh, missed grapple point. Kind of a bad miss, actually. It's going to be a long climb to get back upstairs. But doable. Is that a grapple point? No, I thought the blue thing was grapple, but it seems I was mistaken. Okay. Back up we go, then. I think I can probably make my way back up if I'm careful. Reminds you a bit of Hollow Knight. Yes, the first game was made before Hollow Knight. The second one came after, and you can really see the influence of Hollow Knight on this one, actually. That's when you go from the first Ori game to the second Ori game, the designers clearly took some inspiration from the way that Hollow Knight was solving certain design problems. It's actually very, very obvious when you go from Blind Forest to Will of the Wisps that Hollow Knight was something that the designers were definitely aware of in terms of cleaning up, you know, things like their combat system and some of the traversal ideas as well. Whoops. Okay. Let's go down here. Let's not get squished. That would be a bad idea. Oh, it seems like it might be by proximity. That seems to close up, and I don't think I can get it open just yet. Yeah, it seems like if you are within proximity, it just squishes you, and so I don't know yet what the solution to that will be. Unless I just have to approach it differently. Could be something speed related. Yeah, if I get close, that's just shuts. It's possible I don't have the right power to deal with that yet. Yeah, the first game didn't have a sword attack or a melee attack like this. This is something that, of course, is a strong reminder of Hollow Knight, but which only came in with this second game. Okay, so it's a key. Interesting, something musical. Okay, so we need to find something here. And music notes. Long, short, 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 long, short, long. Now, can I grip any of these? I don't think I can. Okay. Or can I? Yes, I can. It's just that the range is fairly short. And that's not going to take me anywhere yet. That's okay, we can probably go further down and see if anything else awaits us. It really does seem like this is the way forward for now, though. It's just that I've missed something, I think, in terms of what this location gets me. There does seem to be another lamp up here. Nope. Okay, missing something. We can check the map, just to see if there's an opening in this location that I haven't seen. Okay, we can go down. I don't really see a way to bust our way down yet, though. It could be something that I'm not seeing, but clearly that's the passage. Oh, I see. They're music notes. Okay. No, he's telling me that there are music notes here. You see tall, short, medium, medium, tall, short, tall. So there's going to be an order where we need to enter a series of inputs using these notes. I think that's it. Yeah. And the taller ones seem to have higher pitches, so we'll just go this, 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 this. Watch this. It should open the bottom. There we go. Actually pretty intuitive, so. Kind of like the way that clue was laid out. Not excessively obvious, but very fair to solve. Anyway, let's head down, see if... Whoops, a lot of thorns down here. Okay. Well, here we are in the Midnight Burrows. Let's grab a save and warp point first of all. That seems rather important. Well, Merlin, after having done a lot of the puzzles we've been given in Mario Maker recently, that was not such a big deal. This takes practice. Seeing a lot of different ideas about game design. Aha, look at this. That is an idea from the first game. In the first game, you don't see it in an optional area like this. You see it in a required area much later in the game. It's kind of nice to see this in what looks like optional content. Look at how it's sort of like Portal in that it preserves momentum. That was part of the puzzle element in the first game as well. We did take a bit of damage there. I don't know if there is another safety point we should be aware of, but... or whether we can make it up to that location yet. I feel like we will need to use a projectile to make it up to this location, which we will. Grab some energy. And, oh, who's this guy? Oh, he's the map guy. Yeah. So you can see, this is another idea from Hollow Knight that was not in the first game, which is that you can explore and you find the map maker as you go. And yes, we will purchase a map. I don't see why not. So yeah, you can see the developers just saw so much stuff in Hollow Knight that made them think, wow, that's a really good idea, and we should just do that. And you know, there's quite enough that was unique to the identity of the Ori games that having those two sets of ideas put together has made for a pretty beautiful experience so far, I think. And hey Mag, welcome. Okay, so we had previously bursted through this location here. I couldn't quite find a safe way up, but it seems like this is supposed to be the way forward. Seems like there is some kind of gate over here. We have one key shard that we had previously obtained. Whether I'm able to come through here, I'm not sure. Looks like a lot of these lines here represent the same thing as these lines, in that they are the momentum-conserving portals. That these are probably the key fragments here, here, here. But we'll see how correct I am about that. Oh, you know what? They conserve momentum, so what I want to do is I actually want to fall in the middle location from all the way up top. If I fall all the way down from the topmost point, I should be able to have enough momentum to get all the way up the column on the right side. So yeah, let's just fall. And miss. Okay, that was not how I wanted to do it. But let's ride up to the top once again. Alright. Let's receive a little something. There we go. Let's not miss this time. Okay, there we go. And that'll take me all the way up, as expected. I believe this is the gate location now. And we don't have enough keystones just yet, so we'll just explore this location until we find the rest. Looks like I will need to take a projectile up here in order to burst through. Whoops. Yeah, let's just burst through there. I don't know if I needed that projectile for traversal purposes, but one thing we can do, of course, is inspect the connection points on the map if we are uncertain about anything. Seems like the objective should be to head over to the right side. Whoops. We'll see, because it seems like I really wanted to burst through here. I think if I just have some momentum coming through here. Maybe fall in... No. Possibly track that guy's projectile much further to the right. Oh, wait. Okay, this is new. New, but not that useful. Okay. Let's think about that, because we know the connection points here is attached to something else entirely. I do like how it shows you where you've been. But that doesn't give me much information when it comes to how I should progress through the rest. Now, I was able to make it up to the top earlier. I don't know why I didn't explore this segment to the right. So that might be the clue we need. Check the right side. Whoops. And... oh, it's because it's blocked. I see, I see. Didn't look blocked on the map for some reason. Don't know if this is destructible. Probably not with what I currently have, but... yeah, that's the thing about these games, is that sometimes you don't know if you are just missing a power that you need in order to progress further. But it seems like the idea here should be just to find out how to unlock... oh, no, that's new. That's new. Don't know why I hadn't previously considered this warp point to the left, actually. It seemed to have like a fairly obvious thing to miss. Okay. Seems like this is another case where I just want to fall from a higher location once it's possible. Whoops. But in the meantime, we'll just try to find more warp points. Oh, interesting. Okay, we'll take it. And probably just come through here. Okay, that's new. And it affects the door that is on the top right. Now when I let go, does it come back down? Yes, it does. So I do have a limited amount of time to get up to that top location. So we'll need to think about that and figure out some way to get up quickly once I'm through here. I do have a limited amount of time. And it will be something, I'm sure, to do with the drop points. And that... yeah, I probably need to make some kind of really big drop. And then conserve enough momentum to be flung upwards. Let's see here. Doesn't seem like I can zoom in any further. Where does this go again? Yeah, through here. And is there a location that will just shoot me all the way up? Not sure about that. Yeah, I'll have to think about that, because I want to be projected pretty far. Possibly at an angle. If I come in at an angle, for instance, and get projected on a diagonal going up, that would be one way to do it. Currently, I don't see how that's going to happen. No. Unless I find some way to lure that enemy over, such that, yeah, if he comes over to this side... I don't know if he can, actually. Doesn't look like he'll come up that ledge. If I were able to do that, I could use a projectile to maneuver my way across. I may have to rethink this. Have I checked this location? Yes, I have. I have not checked the lower part. Okay, this is important. That's very important, in fact. That solves most of the other problems. I don't know if this is also going to be timed or if it's a one-time switch. I believe it's one-time switch. Okay, good. This location is not as breakable as it looks. Let's grab the other keystone and then move on. Right. Okay. In that case, let's go back. Because I think we have quite a bit of new information now. Okay. Still no closer to opening this, but we now have the keystones for the main door on the left side segment. Whoa, okay. Looks like a lot broke open, actually. quite possibly this now falls into a usable location, and not exactly what I want. Okay. Quite a lot has opened up here, though. That may just require a bit more inspection, because, yeah, the main thing that opened up is this central segment here. It does mean that this location is no longer blocked. So if I fall into that point from a great height, then I should be okay. But I'll have to do that another way. Yeah, because the way I'm thinking about this now is that we fall in. Oh, you know what? There's another warp point up top that I have not seen yet. Yeah, another warp point's kind of coming down this way. I don't know what it's connected to at the moment, but it could be something that we haven't explored, so let's just take a look and ride some projectiles on our way up. I am very low on health. I do need to replenish. And do I have enough keystones for this door? No, I do need to collect the ones that remain on the map, so... Whoops. Okay. What if I fell down? Whoops. The idea is that I want to fall down this location as fast as possible, or from as great a height as possible. Because then the distance I travel should be symmetrical. Now, yeah, that's going to require a little bit of rethinking, but... So currently the thinking is that I want to hit that lever that is in the top location here. And I was hoping to fall from a distance that allows me to be projected upwards towards this platform here. The issue is I don't think that's actually the solution. The solution should be that top warp point that was barely out of view, and I don't know what that's matched up with yet. But possibly that's just a memory thing. Maybe I have seen it. So, yeah, because this is matched to this guy. I want to find some kind of match up here. This is the switch in this location that allows me to go through the final gate. Now these two are matched. I am missing something. It could be up here. If I'm able to fall and get projected up this side, I should be able to climb up, and maybe that's the solution. Let's fall in. Keep missing. I have to estimate what kind of distance I'm working with here. That's almost the right idea, almost. But not quite. A bit difficult to estimate where I'm going. Let's try it anyway. Is it directly below? No, it's not. Okay. Slightly to the left of that platform. It does require a little bit of guesswork, I think, this method. I'm pretty sure it's not correct anyway, but... Hang on. I'm probably going about this the wrong way. So, which is why it doesn't quite feel like an intuitive solution. You can definitely see some of the speedrunning potential, though, by really exploiting the momentum effect of how these platforms work. So I fall directly into this location here. And no, it doesn't really get me what I want. However, what if I climb up the right side here? Let's say I let this guy fire. And move up this way. Whoops. Took too much damage there, but I think that's actually the right idea. We need to let that respawn. Whoops. Oh, that's new. Wait a minute, that's new. I completely missed that. Completely missed this platform over here. This should actually bring me somewhere completely new. Okay. Deflector. Interesting. What is this? Melee attacks deflect projectiles. That could be... Actually, that's very useful. I don't know if I want to replace anything, though. I mean, I don't really need the bonus cash. Yeah, that's very useful. Now, if you deflect with a melee, I think maybe you can use those projectiles then for further traversal. That would be interesting. Yeah, it feels like I actually do maybe want that ability in. But what to replace? We don't really need that much of a cash bonus right now. Let's play with the deflector for a bit just to see how it goes. Okay, so we found this, but it's not the solution I'm looking for in terms of the map. Let's take a look. It's still not the solution I'm looking for. I still need something on this location. Now, the main way I progressed was by climbing the tree. We should be thinking about how to climb the tree. Getting onto this wall jumping our way up, perhaps. Seeing if there's something else I can do with that. Yeah, because the central trunk is... Whoa, okay, we've got progress. We've got something here. Yes, we've got something. Oh, no, we don't got something. Okay, that's the right idea. That's the right idea. To use that location that we had previously. Fall. Yeah. Let's see about our falling location here. So let's say we fall to the right of that platform. No, we want to fall directly parallel to that platform. Let's try to get in the correct position. Yeah, I do have enough downwards momentum from the upper location. From this upper location. Like if I fall all the way... Oh, no, wrong one. If I fall all the way down from this location... Where does this go? Oh, wait a minute. It's matched to this guy here. Yeah, no, I found it. I know what to do now. I know what to do. It's just that you have to keep track of so many locations. I completely missed that one. But basically, if you do this... then... there we go. Yeah, no, I just needed to find the right platform. Or the right warp point, rather, because I wasn't really keeping track of the warp points that I had available. Oh, this is tough. Okay. I think I didn't need that guy for traversal. I didn't really want to keep him anyhow. Not much of a range on the boomerang attack. Does a ton of damage, but not quite as good as the arrow shot in that respect. Also consumes a ton of energy. Anyway, here's another puzzle. Oh, you can do the infinite portal thing. And that gives me a keystone. Great. We still have to see the upper location here, though. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to get up there at the moment. That's clearly the next way forward. That's the next thing we should be thinking about doing. Unless, of course, this location here allowed me to go up through here. I don't know if it does. I feel like this is what I should be doing. This location here, but... yeah, if we can just get a little bit of height over here. And then, there we go. Oops. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. I had to be a bit careful here. Whoops. Yikes. Let's heal up if we can. Okay, all keystones acquired. Yeah, it didn't do that cleanly at all, but... okay. Oops. Yeah, nearly got smoked there. Decent bank of energy for the heal, though, and so that should be enough to get me back to the main gate. So we'll do that. I probably should have taken that. But if not, we'll just come through here once again. And forward. Whoops. Back down we go. And up. Okay, gonna swat that guy, and we should have enough to get through the gate now. Yes, we do. And that's going to get me something special. We'll see what. Curious tablet. Interesting. So, we've got some kind of side quest completion here. We'll see what that's all about. I guess we should be going back this way. Yeah, I gotta get out of trouble there. Yeah. Kind of a dangerous location. Let's just get out. Heal up. Don't want to warp away just yet. I do want to complete the side quest here by talking to a relevant NPC. Whoops. Alright, let's try that again. A little smoother this time, I hope. Whoops. Or not. Can I get up this wall? Yes, I can. And that's our way up. And back up we go. Excellent. Okay, that was pretty satisfying. It's a guide to reading the stones. And it's written backwards. We'll just turn it backwards. I mean, not a big deal. Spirit lights, yep. Plenty of cash. And let's see how we're doing with the map here. We did see this to 100%, so that's all there is to this zone. No more additional collectibles here, I think, but there is something to the... Oh yes, that's the gate that we didn't know how to keep open. I don't know if we have the ability to deal with that yet. I somehow doubt it. But anyway... With that out of the way, let's figure out what we want to do next. There's something to the right that I have not seen. And we don't yet have the power to bust through this, do we? So that's not going to be the way. Unless there's anything else we can do up here, but... Yeah, I think eventually I have the power to bust through this, unless of course we use the strong attack. Destroy unstable ground, don't know. No, didn't think so. Seems like eventually there is that blue tree on the other side, which tells me there is some kind of major power-up in that location that we just don't have the ability to access yet. So we'll have to think about coming back to this location at a later point. Now, we could use the warp point down there, and that would be a very rare use of fast travel, but something that would maybe get us back onto a more recognizable progression path a little bit faster. You know, perhaps just going back to this warp point from earlier. I do want to check this location here to the left. Let's just follow our curiosity. I haven't really used a map in that capacity very much. That's the thing, I don't know if this is a puzzle interaction or something that requires speed, but very clear to me that we cannot get near by swimming without this closing. And so we do need to do something like a burst. I haven't really played with the melee deflection power at all, even after plugging in that shard. Well, that'll be more useful for combat later down the road, I think. Much better for survivability. Alright, back up we go. And all the way back up. Back to some familiar territory. I always aim some of those bursts very poorly, taking a ton of punishment at once. Yeah, that guy's not useful, so we'll just forget about him. And I think the idea should be to go up through here. Yeah, because some of these locations would have been previously inaccessible to me as well the last time I was here, but we'll think about that. Oh yeah, that's climbable. Should be anyway, yeah. And oh yeah, I do remember this location. We spent a lot of time trying to pass that during the first session with the game. And Merlin, am I okay with upside down levels? Yeah, perfectly. I'm sure you can make something interesting out of that. I think they're challenging to make, but I appreciate that you're going to take on a challenge of trying to make something upside down, but good. No, I have no objection to upside down levels in general. I know that some people do. That they'll just auto-skip them or something, but no, I don't do that. Looks like we do need to come towards this location from above. So currently I don't know what's in here. I can't seem to climb up here. It looks like I can drop down through there though, and then do something interesting with that. So maybe the fastest way was in fact to use the warp point. But really, what fun is that? Let's just traverse. Let's just do things the long way. And in the meantime, I can see what else I might be missing, but I seem to have combed this location pretty thoroughly by now, so... Okay, back up we go. Yeah, it is difficult to design one that really makes use of the theme. I've seen some really interesting ideas with it. I mean, when people commit to making a good upside-down level, I think they usually find something inventive to make it work, simply because otherwise it's not really even worth it to do that style unless you really have a good concept that fits it, so yeah, you're absolutely welcome to do that. I appreciate that you're going to make anything dedicated to me in the first place. You're, I think, maybe the second person to do that. I had a level made for me by one of my other viewers that I haven't seen in a while, actually, since I came back a few months ago. But I'm sure yours will be a very unique idea. And at some point, Merlin will also play your Super World as well, I'm sure, once I find a good time to do some Super World streams, so... When I'm finished with this game, we will probably spend some of the midweek slots back on some longer Mario Maker content again, but I don't have any concrete plans for that just yet. Just a lot of ideas, depending on how much we can stream. I have been on unusually much in the past week or so, and I don't know if that will be the case long term, but we'll enjoy it while it lasts. And okay, I wanted the upper location past a save point and then down into the pit. Yes. Yes. So here's the save point. Not the save point, rather, the refresh and warp point, I should say. And then we'll see what's over here. Ah yes, swimming. That's what we could not do previously, so... Yeah, sometimes the camera it can be a little bit slow to catch up. That just happens. We have seen that location before, though, so that's not going to be it. This is now a very early zone. One of the earliest parts of the game, in fact. But we've got significantly greater traversal power, and so we will use it. And yeah, Merlin, it's not a matter of rushing anything exactly, it's more that my schedule is going to be a bit inconsistent for a number of reasons, so while I am able to stream, I want to do it. Hey. Oh, look at this. This is blocked by sand, so it looks like you can drop the sand into that bottom location eventually. I don't have the power to do this right now, but unless I can shoot a projectile there or something through deflection. So for example, if I'm able to burst through that area, there's something like a projectile deflection. No, that crashes against water and it does not survive the water, so... I guess I'll have to eventually unlock a different power to get through here, and that will create a new shortcut that opens up this area and it goes down to the sand trap for that combat zone that we had seen much earlier. Now, in the meantime, I do now have the bash power to get up to the top left, which I didn't before, so we'll check that. And that'll get me across here. Whoop. Seems like nothing along that wall. Nothing really in the water just yet. I think that's just a massive hazard. Whoops. But I should be able to traverse up there with good timing. Let's get some health back in order first. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Juggling act. Don't know what that achievement is. We can always look it up afterwards. But it looks like we will be able to progress a little further in this bonus area. Don't know if there's anything up top, but don't see any indication that I should expect something. Okay, bubbles for replenishing our breath, which indicates to me that this is going to be a fairly lengthy water segment, where we will need to use that to our advantage. Swim somewhat accurately. Oops. Just go as fast as possible because I want my breath back. Oh no, it kills you instantly. Okay, so I thought you would just take chip damage from running out of breath, but no, you actually do need the bubbles. So I think I do need to bust through this thing here. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know you could do that. So let me see if I can work out specifically what it was I did. Yes, I poked them. You poke the anemone, and then that allows you to recover breath. And then what? Oh, no. I've been here. I've been here before, but I can't get out. And that just shows you the connection point to the water wheel area earlier, I guess. Yeah, because it just spits you out this way. Interesting. So it's actually just a shortcut back to what we had seen before. Now, if I can find a way to survive that, that might be interesting. Regardless, let's follow the water bubbles up just to make sure we get some replenishment. I think ultimately that I do want to open up this location here by pressing the appropriate anemone, likely this way. Here, yeah, there we go. And then that should allow me to get through here and up top. Yeah. Oh, I see. It's because it's only this way that you can get to the bottom left of that segment. Yeah, I see what I missed. There was something in the bottom left here. It was just one of those energy balls for cash. But I did need to use the current here in order to successfully obtain it by exiting the current downwards as soon as I get blasted through this passage. So that's something that I just have not acquired and will not be able to acquire until I loop all the way back here. So why don't we just ignore that for now and get back to, yes, the somewhat main pathway that we were following before. Whoops. Let's just catch some breath. And oh, gotta get some breath, gotta get some breath. There we go, there we go. Kind of get rather close. But we should be able to get out and back to where we started this session, approximately. I think it's out here. Whoops. Ooh, taking quite a bit of punishment once again. Now, I would like to have the opportunity to get across. Nope. Need a projectile to work with here. Let's heal up briefly. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Wow, that's a long grapple. But I will take it. Okay. Next. Don't remember. Ah, yes. Grapple point slightly off camera. here. We've been here earlier on in this session, in fact, because this is what takes me back to, well, where we obtained a power-up, and then the main area that was our starting location for today, right after the exit from the wellspring. So I did miss something along the way, didn't I? Because I wanted to grab this location. Yeah, we'll just have to go back for it. I think I just missed it completely. Let's worry about it later. Yeah, Merlin, I'll be on for some time at least. Hopefully another 2 hours or so. I hope. So have a good breakfast. And we'll see where we are then. Okay, there is an upper location here that we can go to if we use a projectile, I'm sure. That guy's just going to shoot himself, though. Let's just use the grapple point. Nope. And then... Okay. Okay, that's new. Let's see what's up here. There is a rumor, and here's another music-style puzzle. No, that's not. That's a combat shrine. Okay. Now, let's think about my loadout. Combat shrine, do I want arrow shots or do I want a boomerang? I think... Or do I want a hammer? I don't want to burn through too much energy. Because of the need for the heal. But you do get a decent damage output out of the boomerang. Let's try it that way first, and we'll just switch if that proves to be inefficient. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. These combat shrines, I think, are going to work a lot better now that I have a lot more powers to work with. Did I deflect that crab all the way? Okay. Yeah. We need to heal up, for sure. Okay. Whoops, that's quite a lot to work with here. From a very explosive enemy. Wow. No, let's try to dodge this. We know the dodging pattern, it's just that we have to dodge so much else in the meantime. We can use the dash power to deflect projectiles as well, and I'm not using that nearly enough, so let's restart this. Boomerang's okay here. I feel like hammer is probably going to be better. Arrow is not too bad either. But let's try hammer. After a heal. Yeah, hammer is going to be very good, in fact. Okay. Hammer is going to do quite a lot of work for me. And also give me enough energy to replenish. It's going to be quite good against these guys, too. In terms of being able to control my positioning. I really need to get rid of those first. Oh, wow. Huge damage output off of that guy. That's a bit of an issue. Let's try this again. Vastly underestimated those. Okay. Okay, that's clean. Let's get in position for a flying enemy. Okay. Just stomp him. Now, nice thing about the hammer is that it doesn't burn through tons of energy like some of the other attacks, but I feel like for this phase I will definitely want the arrow. Simply because those guys are just going to be too much of a nuisance otherwise. So name of the game here should be just to dodge the guy on the bottom for as long as possible. There we go. Okay, in much better shape than we were in previously. Okay. And we'll just close in like that. Okay, getting closer. Probably one more round after this, I would assume. We should do this with the projectile deflection, I think. It's not something I had considered sufficiently, perhaps. Okay, we've got more on the ground this time. Let's switch back to hammer. Yeah, that's working out pretty well. Now, anything else? Yes, let's just smash this guy from above. No, not quite. Pretty good reach on that, though, and we fly up using the deflection from his own projectiles. The grapple is causing me more trouble than it's worth, to be honest. Okay, one more round. Okay. Projectile guy on the top side is probably the thing we are most worried about. Okay. Okay, I do need an opportunity to heal up here. Okay. Cleans up some of this. Oh, whoops. Probably should just switch back to projectiles here, but... yeah, not enough of a reach. Let's just get back to arrows. And there we go. Very nice. Let's see if that opens up an additional slot like the previous unlockable locations, and yes, it does. Wonderful. So let's make immediate use of that. Probably getting the cash bonus back into the game. Given that that's what we removed previously. Does make me wonder how many more of these unlockable spots there are. Judging by the spacing there, maybe 2 more. Who knows? But we're powered up pretty well at this point. So kind of nice to have a location like that discoverable at this stage in the game. Life warp, very useful. Would have been useful to find that just before we engaged in combat, but I'll take that. I think we are probably done with this top location here. Lots of activity all at once. Kind of wondering about that location up there. Yeah, we could potentially take a look. I don't know why we wouldn't have... oh, no. That's actually the starting point for the timed challenge that we've accomplished already, so that's been checked off. Let's check the top right side here as we make our exit. Oops. Okay. Right, this is the bear, if I recall. We don't really have a way to deal with the bear yet. We can't really tickle him with what we currently have. You know, if we grab a feather or something, or just get our entire owl friend to do the job for us. Okay, doing well so far. Whoop, no. A little bit sloppy there, but We'll work with that. We've already obtained that bonus, so let's just get out of here very narrowly. Narrowly dodging everything. Grapple point? No, that's energy. Okay. But water is always worth looking at for the first time, and that's some cash right there. Okay, so what have we got? Got a location here that has not yet been traversed. Whoops. Yeah, couldn't quite see what the grapple location was. That's the issue sometimes with the camera. There was a clearly grapple location to the top left and I just couldn't make my way there, so... Don't know how I'm supposed to... Ah, there we go. I feel like that's not the right way to do it, that there probably was a safe way to traverse up there. Notice the energy orb that is on the bottom side as well, currently in an inaccessible location by the looks of it. So we're missing something in this location, probably just from swimming. Let's heal up first, before we get zapped once again. And yes, indeed, that is correct. Okay. Excellent. Okay, good thing we were somewhat attentive to the map there. And up we go. Energy there, we don't really need it yet. Grapple point could be something. There we go. Well, plenty of cash banked up for upgrades at this point. This is back into familiar territory, but with new powers. Oops. Let's wind up a little bit further. And here we go. Hey, back to the village, where we can spend on some upgrades, perhaps. Yeah, sure, let's take a look at some records. And 26%, wow, okay, fairly rapid gain in this sitting just from a lot of optional exploration, and as I suspected, 2 additional shard slot upgrades to go when we find combat challenges later in the game, so we will be up to 8 slots by the end of this. And yeah, in a pretty decent spot as far as our total progress goes. Lots of jumps so far. Okay, so you can eventually upgrade your abilities, as in your weapon selection, but I have not found the way to do so yet. Either that, or I just haven't paid for it. So... this guy is... Oh yes, he wants me to rebuild his home, doesn't he? He wants a hat. Okay. Well, let's take a look. We'll eventually want to collect everything. Triple jump. Triple jump could be really useful. 2200. Oh, that's really useful. I think that's actually going to be such a burst in power we have to have it. But I'm going to scan around for what else I can get first before I do that. That is in fact so good that it might break open quite a few locations that we previously just couldn't get. It's amazing that they would just have that as a shop item, because it feels like triple jump would just get you a lot of places that otherwise wouldn't be that accessible. Sure, let's take a look at some projects that we can build. Clear the cave entrance. Dwelling repairs. We can afford the cave entrance. I actually do want to see the cave entrance instead. Let's do it. I don't even know which cave he's talking about. Oh, down here, okay. And then, yeah. Other projects are unknown just yet. I think we must absolutely get to triple jump. It's too good a proposition to miss. Let's take a look at some of the upgrades, though, just to see what else we should be considering. Grapple one enemy per jump. Interesting. One enemy per jump. Okay, but we already have the base for that. We'll have to think about that. I think for the time being, we should grab the triple jump and then keep a cash reserve for weapons. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's much too good to miss. At least I think it is. Let's plug it in and see. First of all, what to replace. I've barely used Deflector so far. I have gotten a decent boost from the cash bonus. And I like everything else so far. Let's drop the cash bonus though, and it was kind of nice to have it just to have enough money to buy this comfortably, but yeah. And there's a nice little indicator here of your third jump as well when you've exhausted your options. I wonder if that does anything. Nope, don't want to squat under fire like we've been doing previously. You don't really gain much height from the second jump, but you never gain much height from the first jump to begin with. It's more for sideways movement. Okay, we really have to stop stepping on hot coals. But yeah, going to be very hard to go back after having triple jump available. It's just much, much too good. We can, of course, actually go into the water now, can't we? So that might open up some possibilities. That has been checked already. The cave entrance is the new location. It was a whole cave. I'll need a light. I do not currently have a light. So I think this will just do damage, won't it? Yeah. I'll need some kind of power to get through here. Yep. Oh wow, it kills you instantly. Okay, never mind. I was thinking by doing damage that would just chip away at you, but it works kind of like drowning. Cannot venture into total darkness. That is a power that we will need to think about later, so I guess spending on a cave now was not really that efficient. Might as well have built that dwelling first, but anyway, just going to restore and see if any other diversions await on our way back. There was something on the right side here, but I guess we needed to build our way towards it. Not really accessible to us just yet. Bottom location here is worth checking. Also something upstairs. So that triple jump making positional adjustment very comfortable. There's a bridge upstairs. Can't reach any of that stuff yet. Seemed like I could almost reach that with triple jump, but we'll check down here first now that we can swim. And nothing here. Oh, yeah, there is. And let's talk to this guy. I can't really get up there yet. Enthusiasm makes everything an adventure. Yes, it does. Yeah, triple jump really paying off immediately in terms of just making things easier, even if they were possible before. And here's something else to look at. Here we go. More cash. More sand. Eventually we'll figure out how to bust through sand, as we saw from some of the shortcuts earlier. Same with this sand over here. That is something for the long run. Let's see what this location is. Ooh, interesting. Oh, the map guy. Can I buy a map? So this is his home. The Silent Woods, okay. Rain, ash, death from above. Complete this project and he will discount the maps. Yeah, sure. Okay, this is rather expensive. Very useful, but I think this is going to be a late game thing. We'll eventually buy these in order to mop up 100%, but there's no point doing so now. Especially when we haven't yet obtained the discounts, which I suppose is just for the maps, but let's just be cost efficient about this for the time being. Explore his home a bit, see what is cooking. Oh, interesting. Money's cooking. Spirit energy, I suppose. Well, glad he had me over for soup. So yeah, that's going to be the 100% mop-up device then, when we eventually want to go for that. And I think I will, given just how interesting the map has been so far. Okay. Where are we? Yeah, top location still unexplored, but that's where the bridge was. So that does not seem too accessible just yet, but we'll just explore this location further and see what we can do. This guy's the combat guy. And what do we want from him? Yeah, hammer attack's been really paying off for us. Fast travel... I remember regretting that we didn't use the instant fast travel. I don't tend to fast travel much when I play games like this, but that could really get us out of trouble, so maybe we should finally pick that up. Just in case. You just never know. It is usually my playstyle to be using fast travel techniques very sparingly. But every now and then, you might want to save on some traversal, especially as you get into the late game. Which we haven't gotten to yet. Thinking about that spear, we might think about that. Because I guess it is a terrain breaking attack as well as something that's kind of ranged, but for now, I think we're okay. Hey, this guy. Have we talked? Seeds. Blue moon. Unlike their cousins, the light catchers, these hanging flowers draw energy from the light of the moon, not the sun. Sure. Let's plant it. I don't even remember obtaining this seed, but we've done a lot this game. Like the moon's effect on a tide. Ah, yes, okay. They are just the ones that are the grab points, I think. So yeah, I guess the idea is that you discover different plant types as you go, kind of like we did with the grapple points earlier on, and that's just how things will go. I wonder if I can get up there with triple jump. Let's try it. Yes, we can. We should be able to. If I cling on that wall. think I can gain enough height. I just don't know if I can land on the wall on this side. There we go. Triple jump saves the day once again. Okay, yeah, he's just interested in rebuilding the home as well, so let's get up here to this location. Burst of cash. Always good to have. This seems like an as yet undeveloped location as well that we will build with time. I notice the ability that is to the left. Guess we'll try to obtain that if we can maintain height somehow. And get up onto the bridge, which is now a distinct possibility. No, I don't think I can quite do it. Not quite able to reach that location. I probably was able to reach this ledge on the left, though. And I was able to do so previously anyway. It's more that, yeah, I tried this already. Okay. Why didn't I try this then? Here we go, on the bridge. Yeah, can't give up on things too early. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of practice to make the appropriate jumps. Triple jump has been amazing already. Easily the best purchase we've made in quite some time. Worth every penny. Bounty. Okay, so if you're farming cash, you can put that on. I think we have enough damage issues and damage mitigation and other modifiers already that we probably don't want to play with that just yet, but it might be something that we eventually click into place alongside the damage bonuses that we already have from powers like Reckless. So that is something worth noting as we inspect the map and see what we haven't done. Obviously, one open location up here that we have not yet explored, another location up here. Yeah, some of this we'll just have to progress through with time, given how this really seems to be this central hub town for the rest of the game. So, in the meantime, it seems like the best idea is just to continue the main quest and get back to our friend the Toad, unless there are things we can do down here that we couldn't have previously given the expansion of our traversal powers. So, let's head on down. Whoops. And yeah, this is the way we came in for sure. Oh, whoops. Kind of been cautious, but we'll just make our way back. Yeah, sometimes you do have to make a bit of a guess at locations that are off camera, but we'll manage. Okay, just going to use a combination of ranged attacks and melee to dispatch him. A little bit sloppy there, but let's take a look at what we want to do, which is, yeah, probably just go down on the right side and see if those locations are now accessible. Down we go. Whoops. And yeah, don't remember what it was that was blocking us from those previously. Oh, it must have been this gate. Okay. Oh, if it's this gate, then there might not be much I can do, given that we don't know what the associated switch activating it is just yet. So yeah, that's what the roadblock was, and so that looks like a bit of a hard block for the time being. Nothing we can do with it just yet. Okay. And up we go. And that guy shoot me. Nope, shoot me, shoot me. That's going to take us up. The grapple point is something that was not previously available and is now. Which also leads me to check this location, which we had already. This location has been checked. By the looks of it. Yeah. So yeah, back to the toad it is, I think. Although it seems like the Silent Woods was what the cartographer was telling about earlier. So maybe that is worth a bit of further discovery. Of course, that's where we meant to go anyway, as we restored the waters of the toad. Welcome back, little one. I really love the visual design of this guy, even if he does talk like Jabba the Hutt. Shriek. Not to be confused with Shriek. Okay, so Shriek sounds like some kind of bird for sure, unless it's a bat. Could be a bat. Okay, so we'll find Ku. I kind of get the sense that if we do find our friend quickly, then, as I guess, our little owl is what we're going to use to tickle the bear. Also, of course, that will restore our gliding power, because we'll have the feather available as it was at the beginning of the game. But hey, let's check this location first. And, yeah, what's down here? Okay. Looks like I did want some kind of projectile to work with, didn't I, in order to get up to the top location, but triple jump solves all problems, right? Triple jumper really does solve all problems. It's amazing. Triple jump is amazing. And just knew as soon as I saw the cost balancing on that thing that was going to be a very alluring purchase. Let's get out of here and catch my breath. Okay. Yeah, kind of a weird camera movement again. Get up top, but, you know, we do what we can. Might as well pick that up. Still number 3. We needed 4 for that reconstruction project we saw earlier. But anyway, good to check this location and get back out, and then on we go to the Silent Woods. The wellspring has woken. Squeaky mill, rushing water. Well, okay. Seems like we've done the environment a service. I don't know why I've been tapping B all this time when the instructions clearly say that I should hold it. I had been tapping B. Maybe not the best idea, but... Okay, this is clearly a projectile location. We'll break that wide open and catch our breath. Also, looks like a location up top that we didn't take advantage of that may potentially lead to some kind of bonus if we traverse carefully enough. Yeah, that looks like an energy cell, but we don't currently have a grapple point or anything here from what I can see. That's okay, we'll just do it this way. Once again, there are probably intended ways to do that that don't involve taking so much damage, but we do what we can. These guys hit really hard. Much harder than you would initially suppose. Oh. Okay, there's got to be some kind of projectile here to work out. Grapple point. Pull the web there. Now, oh, that's Shriek. That is definitely Shriek. That is kind of threatening. It's the guy from earlier, actually. Careful, Ori. These woods do not welcome us. They belong to her now. Hey, listen. Okay, so that's the creature from earlier in the chase sequence. We'll have to defeat that for good at some point. Probably not that soon. It really looks like we cannot enter the swamp without taking damage or possibly even an instant kill. Ah, that's very thorny. Yeah, that's an instant kill. So, let's just be careful with that. Looks like we'll just have to go around somehow. Okay, that's one way to do it. Anything to the left? Don't know, but there's probably something that I can do with using these guys as a burst. Oh, you can jump on them, okay, before they have completely retreated. But it is timing dependent while they're still available. Nope, that's going to be a death. Oh no, that was not a death. I don't know why. That's okay. Let's do this again. And let's wait for the next bubble. Once again. Just a bit of a miss. Okay, so we just need to wait for the appropriate timing to probably burst off of that guy twice. Yeah, second time we'll just fall down here and grapple point. Interesting. Let's see what awaits us up here. Oh. Lightbearer, your kind is not welcome here in my garden. When a trees needed you most, yes, you were gone. Okay. Bear her poisoned limb, find a healer of nature. That seems like something we can do. Lifeless branch. So we'll restore that somehow. Oh, we know the guy who knows a lot about plants. We already talked to the gardener. Looks like there's a grapple point just below us here. Before we head down, let's see if there's anything else that's reachable from this great height. Grapple point down below. Looks like that may lead me to this also piece of ore on the left side. However, unexplored location on the right side. Let's check that first. And that's a good idea because we have a save and warp point. I actually kind of want to talk to the plant guy first, since we do have access to a warp. I think we can. I think that's a good idea. And yeah, Merlin exploring is going well. We have uncovered some new locations. Where was the plant guy? This guy. So yeah, let's get back here. I think this is one of the only times I've actually used a warp in this game, but that was clearly the guy we want to talk to, so it makes sense to interrupt the quest for just one moment to head over here and see how things go. Okay. Whoops. And let's just dash all the way over. See what he has to say. You must take it far away from here. Okay. So we don't want to do that, but so we can go back to the tree keeper and tell him all about him. Once I get back to the warp point. And okay. Covered quite some distance. Luckily, that is a very well-placed warp location for these purposes. We're just doing a back-and-forth quest. I haven't really interacted much with the quest log. But then I'm glad you don't have to. I'm glad you can just follow the flow of the overworld design and let the various objectives fall into place around you. Tree's only seed. Okay. We should plant the seed. Let's go back. Let's plant the seed. Might as well while we still have it fresh in memory. While we actually remember where we're going. So, just a minor diversion off the main path as we tick some of these boxes and then move on. Okay. Once again, let's just take the upper path if I can. Okay. And, oh, actually, I didn't need to go this high. Okay. Fine, fine. Back to the garden. Seeds. Let's see what the next project is. There we go. Don't know what any of this does just yet. Oh, okay, that's neat. Where is that located, though? Can't actually see where he planted that. Maybe down below? Let's take a look at the map and see if there's any indication. I couldn't actually tell where he was doing all that gardening, so... But it seems like that would have unlocked some kind of ability. Navigate. No, that's just a stick. Okay. Well, I don't know where he planted everything. But clearly that was planted somewhere. We'll just have to worry about that later as we get back on track. Wasn't quite obvious to me, but let's get back here. Check some of the locations we may have missed. And it seems like we're going to be barreling towards the next great confrontation. Okay, so yeah, saved the core of this species, apparently. Okay. So... we had been here previously. I couldn't quite figure out how to navigate up to this hidden location here. Or indeed all the way to the left. That's something we'll have to think about, I think, because we could not get the grapple point within the camera view here. So let's just redo this segment. Rather nice timing there for once. Ah, yeah, there's the grapple point. Let's just take another look at that. And what have we got? There's something down here. Yeah, I don't know if I had to break something open or what. Could always try that. Nope. Didn't really think so. I wonder if it was something breakable over on this side. Not so, it seems. However, we haven't checked this location all the way to the left. Oh, just barely missed it. Okay. I think that probably is reachable. Just with a better series of jumps. Didn't really know what I was aiming for. But, okay, just barely made it. Nope, bad idea. That's okay, let's just... I was about to say let's just move on, but that was a bad call. Okay. Is this a platform? Yes, it is. Triple jump saves today, once again. And again, and again. We need some keystones here. Looks like there's something up top. If we want to really properly inspect this location. Yeah, there we go. Secrets galore. Actually, no, that's just one keystone of 2. So, just need to be reasonably attentive to where the ceilings are. And this should be fairly simple. Oh, no, need to bounce on top of the second guy in order to reach that. Okay, that's 2 keystones. Very quick. Yeah, I guess that's the intended route if you don't have triple jump. But I cannot believe how many problems triple jump solves when it comes to convenience without actually breaking any of the progression. Anyway, we got something major coming, I'm sure. Okay. So we're going to find our friend, but then we are probably in for another big showpiece chase sequence, I would guess. Would strongly suspect. Hey, here's Ku. Finally. Well, we have been reunited at last with our cuddly companion. I've got to take a snapshot of this reunion before we are, of course, disturbed. Okay, I hope the game reminds me how the floating power works, because I certainly don't remember. Oh, this is a different guy than the one who chased us out of the wellspring. This is Shriek. Shriek is a little bit freaky. Our companion looks very worried. Well, this is definitely an escape sequence, but we don't know... How do I float again? Ah, yes, okay. It is with the right trigger, I think. Yes, and that's also how you get the piece of ore that we saw earlier. However, when you're mounted on top of him, you can't do the dash by the looks of it. So we're going to attempt to find our way home, but I'm sure that's going to be interrupted and the quest will continue. That's okay. This is going to be a bit of a flight test. And yeah, I feel like I missed something important. Yeah, you can't really do the wall jump or the burst or any of your standard abilities while you're mounted, so I wonder if there's a way to switch between mounted and dismounted. Anyway, lots of energy points, spirit shard points, I guess, on the right side. Nope, can't actually use any of your powers. Oh, flap, okay. So yeah, it looks like this is just going to be a temporary... Oh, look at that. So there are some, not grapple points, but life points here and there that we're not really able to use just yet. I guess there are certain parts of the game where you just switch to flight mode and that you don't actually get that much choice. Anyway, this is a very similar mechanic to the finale of the first game, if I recall. This looks like a point where you eventually burst through with a projectile. Keystone, yeah. Looks like this would poke you if you're not careful. Lots of stuff here that we can't interact with yet. I feel like we're going to lose him again. Seems rather likely, in fact. But here's one keystone. We'll have to gather some more by the looks of it. Oh hey, no, we can just destroy that, yep. Oh, whoops. Okay, so do a bit of flapping with B. Yeah, controls take a little bit of getting used to because you have a couple of different options here. This is where we came down initially. Might as well grab some light. Now, 2 keystones. I wonder what else we need here. Ah, this looks like a flappable object. A crash against that doesn't actually give me anything, though. Let's just replenish some life while I still can. And we'll just head on up. Now I don't know if 2 pieces were sufficient. This guy is looking awfully close. Yeah, that's an indication that things are about to get a little bit wild, I think. Wonder if I can flap against this thing here. Like if I lure this guy up. Blow that up. There we go, shard number 3. Now, are those all the shards I need? Let's see. We need 4. Number 4 is hidden somewhere in this area. let's see. I don't think I'd really traversed this part, had I? Unless... oh, it's... it really feels like it should be something to do with that guy. But let's have a bit of a float up to the left and see. Okay, you can gain a little bit of height with the flap. Temporarily. Still missing one though. Can I just... oh, there we go. I can uncover things that are buried. What else could I possibly be missing then? Oops. Seems like I had already been through this location. Can't heal up yet because I can't use any of my standard energy abilities at present. Now I've been through here already. Okay, check that, check that. Still missing one. Let's loop around to, whoops, this side here and slide back down in case I missed something. I feel like that's probably the right approach, although we had checked that location to the right. Don't see it. Whoa, 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 that's not going to be good. That's going to be death. Yeah. Okay, let's check the map. Thought I had... oh, it's a bit of a foggy point to the right that we clearly haven't checked. Yes, that's it. Well, just a matter of checking a map, apparently. We'll unlock this, I'm sure. The big escape sequence is going to come soon. Kind of want to make a run at that spirit location. Looks like we'll need a higher takeoff point to make that happen. Yeah, just use this, I guess. Okay. Looks like this is an explosive location. Explodable location, I should say. But the priority should be health. And does this guy talk to me? Yes. I don't think I really paid much attention to those statues, no. But we'll keep that in mind. It really does seem like this explosive location is what we should be looking for here. Might have to lure something that way. Could be some other clue, of course, but we'll go backwards and see if we missed something. If perhaps there is something we can drag over as an explosive, like this guy. Make this guy follow me, perhaps? Yeah, he'll follow. See how far he follows. I think this is definitely the right idea. Oh no, he turns back. Never mind. But if not that, then what? Do I just tap this directly? Nope. Didn't think so. But it seems like that should be it, right? You blow that up and that will shut this trap. You shut this trap. And that is what allows you through to the right side. So it looks like it should be something like that. But I need something that will allow me to ignite that explosion, and so far I don't see it unless it is dragging the enemy over. Well, let's not give up on that idea yet. Let's try it just in case I had an execution mistake, just from being too far or something. You know, see if we can propel him over and through the door. Oh, no. Standing a bit too close there. Yeah. Okay. Clearly missing something about how to bust that open. Some kind of interaction that I am not controlling it. Ah. No, we've been here. We've talked to him. Is there something else I can interact with? That's the question. I'm not seeing that just yet, because we can flap at that all day, but I don't think that is going to do anything useful for me until we send a projectile over. Oh wait, no, I can shoot. I can shoot. I didn't realize that. I actually had no idea that I could shoot while I was riding. That would have been very useful to know much earlier. And actually, that's in the control scheme in the bottom. You can see it. That you have Spirit Arc assigned. Okay. That's what that is supposed to teach you, since we were using the deflection ability the whole time earlier. Yeah, you're supposed to learn that. And, oh, okay, I have to deflect something for said location. So, Spirit Arc isn't going to get me through there. I do need to maybe lure the explosive up. Let's get this guy to follow us. He's going to follow us up. And then we flap. There we go. Yeah, sometimes a bit of an unwieldy control scheme here as we just try to manage the flapping and weapons and everything else, but silence was kept. Oh, look at this wolf. I wonder if this has anything to do with the wolf we faced much earlier. Don't tell me I got stuck here. And, no. Okay. Oops. Okay, so this guy's gonna give me a bounce. Seems like that is necessary to use in order to figure out the rest of this. Yeah, sure, let's let him give me a bounce. That allows me to come back up. Seems like we do need to use this strategically then, in order to get through the passages while they are available. And up we go. Oh, oops. And yeah, Merlin, what you were saying earlier about this game's potential. Yeah, it really does develop a lot of concepts that were partly there in the first game, but really do feel fulfilled in this one, I think. A lot of the same ideas as Blind Forest, combined with some ideas from Hollow Knight, but used to create a very coherent whole. Don't know how to interact with these yet. I saw one of these earlier in the game. Oh, cutscene time. The Raven, nevermore. Oh, that's just going to collapse on me. Okay. So we have to get out of the way. And yeah, that's just going to create new platforms. Let's see if I'm missing anything in this location. Seems like it's still explorable up to the left. Implication being that you should go to the right side, but just want to explore this in case. It does feel like I'm outpacing the camera sometimes. You can see that there's a grapple location there. Very strong implication that I will be returning to this location later without the use of my friend the owl. So maybe we just lose them again, or we get the option to swap in and out of the owl, but I think we will likely just lose the owl. The way home, just out of reach. Now we know from a cutscene earlier that our other friends from home are coming across the sea to rescue us as well. And we'll see how that plays out. I don't think that's going to be relevant yet, but I do think that the escape sequence is coming. Look at that. Oh yeah. Okay. Momentarily losing control as we look at this. There were a lot of stealth sequences in the first game where you would have to traverse these things but remain out of vision. Notice that this is not usable yet as a warp point. It's only usable as a health location and a save location for what must be a pretty big sequence to follow. Let's take a look at the map to see this fork, left side and right side. Yep. Left side here we've seen already, but looks like the tree is kind of withering. Oh, whoops. Let's replenish some health on the bottom. Get back to the well. Build up a health pool. And now we move our way back up. Okay. Anyway, now we are extremely exposed. That's not good news, especially right after a save point, so... Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, so we've been separated, predictably. Or, oh, do I control the owl? I doubt I control the owl. I think I just lose the owl. That's not what I meant by losing the owl. Well, that's terrifying. Okay, so this is kind of a cutscene sequence. I'm not allowed to jump right now. I'm only allowed to walk. So I don't have full control of my character restored just yet. But he's going to call out for Ku. For Ku. Naturally, the first thing we'll do is go backwards. Because that's how to play. Well, I don't know if the owl is actually dead, but I don't think their chances are very good right now. Poor owl. I cannot burst yet. I can't use my boost. I can only use my jump. Luckily, I do have to triple jump. But yeah, full control has not yet been restored. think I just have to do this cutscene and see what we're dealing with. Poor owl. We've spent a whole game looking for that owl. But it was fairly clear that we would... Oh no. Oh no. That was the last of his kind. Yeah, I think we needed to respect the silence of that moment. But that was very sad. But then it raises the question of where the main quest will go from here, given that the main quest of this game so far was to cover your friend the owl. And without spoiling too much about the first game, you know, the owl is a very important connective point between the plot of the first game and the second. So I don't know, maybe we can bring it back to life. Because it's magic, but... Well, our friend the Wisp has something to tell us about this. Anyway. This is an interesting moment, control-wise, in that I'm not allowed to run left. I'm only allowed to go to the right, and when I try to point left, he looks to the left. To remember our friend the owl. But I'm only allowed to move to the right, and so you get this really interesting sequence here where, you know, you can only look back with regrets and with sorrow. But you must press on. And you have no other choice. That's interesting. I haven't seen control restrictions used in that way very often, but I kind of like how the interactivity of this scene is constrained in a way to, you know, make this a very critical storytelling moment. Anyway, the toad is as sad as we are. Oh, maybe it's not completely dead then. I don't know.
Slina Skora. Iskilobar Nobowai. Nomo Isquara Fowar. Shibano Waze.
Okay, so I guess the idea from here is to restore this whole place. And
Dimo, Awekotiva,
yeah, that's what's guarded by the bear.
Disco, Var, Bedafwa, Wazor, Biwadapada, Diwatosawe.
So yeah, I guess we hit the 4 points.
Okada. Zogwaza da Sol, Fozamir. Zor, Profakor. Okisona Fwa, Ezir.
So I guess the question from here is, by restoring everything, are we just referring to the woods, or do we actually have a chance to save our friend? We have the feather for the floating power now, I guess. Yeah, sure, let's screenshot this. We haven't had this in a while, but yeah, I guess it's just us now with our standard moveset, but the ability to glide. Like so. Okay, so we can cover some slightly greater distances, which explains the part to the west of the watermill. One thing that was present in the original game, and I don't know if I can zoom out to show you this, but yeah. This is the first time that I've actually zoomed out to this view of the map, but the kind of geographical orientation of everything on the map in terms of northeast, west, south, does kind of approximate your actual course through the game. So you've got this huge sprawling map, but it's connected in a way that, you know, does match up to this vast sense of landscape. It was like this in the first game as well, where the ending phase was also about hitting multiple points. I think it was 3 points in that game that each had their associated dungeon in sequence. But yeah, now we kind of see how the wellspring looks with its very recognizable watermill that we had seen previously. Anyway, the cartographer wanted to hear about the Silent Woods. We had a couple of things worth exploring over there that we can mop up now that we have the gliding power. May as well go back for at least a little bit of that, just to mop that up. And grab that one piece of ore for construction. And otherwise, the gliding power will unlock some new things. The main thing it immediately unlocks, I think, is this passage here to, I want to say, the left. Why is there so much stuff here we didn't see? Oh yeah, that was along the main quest. The last segment. But no, the thing I'm thinking of is, yeah, the location here. This is the spot we want, where previously I couldn't figure out how to arrive in this location. Now that we have the gliding power, it's quite simple. So, we'll think about that. That's the natural progression point at the moment. But before we do that, we'll grab some of this stuff to the right. So. Okay, let's move onwards. Yeah. Swivel. And we'll just go back to where we were before. Now, I kind of wonder, the gliding power is something that returns from the first game, but I don't quite remember some of the restrictions on it in terms of when it can be activated. Don't know if it's any time that you're airborne. It might be. Anyway, let's grab the grapple point. Glide our way over. Whoops. I don't know... Yeah, it just... Whoa. Uses your existing jump budget. Oh, I can't heal up because none of my powers are mapped. Everything got unassigned, so... Let's put sword back on Y, arrow back on X, and regenerate back on A. Oh, you actually do have the flap power now, so... We can, in fact, blow away leaves and use the power of fire and all that. We are now able to do that with a feather, so that's new. The game doesn't even tell you that at all, it just lets you figure that out for yourself. Anyway, let's regenerate. Okay. I feel like I want to deflect projectiles in order to get past this guy. There we go. Deflection is just going to end him instantly. And then we'll want to make our way up. Okay. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. Okay, let's just get back to this location so I can get some of the bonuses from top level. And see what else we can unlock in terms of traversal. Not very important. That's going to be a decent shortcut back to where we had started. And I may in fact take that, just so we can give the cartographer a visit back in the main town. Still don't know where the replacement for this tree was planted. Oh, okay, so this is how we obtain that, now that we have the power to interact with the leaves. And then we take off from here and glide. Grab this. Great. And that gives us enough height to have a very gentle glide back. Probably going to take the warp point back to town from here. I think that might be the natural thing to do, although of course there's still some more exploration we can do. Don't know if this has become available as a warp point, actually. That's something that's worth checking. But yeah, we have this corner location that has remained unexplored. But let's just check the warp points first. And see if we can. Okay, Will of the Wisps. 3 wisps remain unfound. Right, because we have the one that's already our companion. And yeah. The water wheel will ultimately be what I pursue as the main quest, I think. But until that point, well, we'll see what we can do. Right, because we can, in fact, float now, using the power of the feather, as before. Mainly, I'm going to be looking towards uncovering these locations that we missed previously. Given that now we have a combination of the feather and my own previous powers, which we couldn't use in that earlier segment. Okay, that's interesting. Get on top of the tree. Don't know if that unlocks very much, but yeah, maybe not. That's clearly going to be something eventually, like when we have the traversal powers to get up to that point, we'll want to use them. Hey. Oh, wanted to blow that guy away in order to get an explosion, but I just missed. Let's see if we can get back up top. And above that tree. I think I might have to go the long way around, actually. Sure, let's take the long way. Sometimes these things just happen. Whoops. Still don't really have the muscle memory to use that power yet. I only have so many buttons to work with at once. I almost think I should just put the feather on my melee button, since I just keep thinking of X as my ranged attack. Anyway, let's float across, see what's over here. That might actually be one of the main progression zones in the game now that I look at it. Okay. Let the camera catch up a bit if I can. The feeding grounds. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all, actually. Looks like there's sand here. Yeah, I don't like that. That is probably not a good idea. We're going to try this, of course, but... yeah, it's a stealth segment. It's definitely a stealth segment. Actually, it's just a cutscene. But there were stealth sequences like this in the first game as well, with the giant owl, which is the mother of the owl in this game. We want this location. Okay. Next, we're going to do this. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Take cover. Take cover, and then... yeah, the first game was a bit rough about instant kills. Oh, whoops, no, got slapped. Not get through the sand. Okay. Let's see if I actually have the ability to do this yet. Okay, he's gonna look away. Okay, gonna hide. Let him look away. Whoops. No, couldn't see the next concealment point there. I feel like since I don't have the power to interact with sand yet... oh no, too late. Yeah, the stealth sequences were quite tough to interact with in the first game as well. And that sometimes you couldn't really see a lot of these instant kills coming, in terms of knowing what your safety zones were going to be. Anyway, we'll let him look away. And interestingly enough, if you just hold position, the camera does in fact show you what your next objective should be. So maybe we should just hold position here and let the camera scroll do a bit of the work for us. Yeah, look at that. It's going to zoom out a bit. And that doesn't actually help me very much. Yeah, he's going to look away. I still don't see what the next point is. Yeah, I still don't see it. Maybe I need the power to deal with sand. Oh. And until I'm able to bury myself through sand, this might just not be feasible. Yeah, because I don't see where I can get cover. So quite possibly I just don't have the ability to do this yet. Alright, let's maybe just get out of here for now. Oh, I can't get out of here. Maybe I do have to commit to doing this. Yeah. Okay. I have to commit, so let's commit. Okay. We'll just have to figure it out then. Nope. No, I'm dead. Maybe the point of this sequence is to unlock the power to interact with sand. Given all the sand traps here that I can't actually enter yet, I feel like that must be part of the solution. Tell from the sound design when you are about to be in danger, but I still just don't see what the intended location is from here, and I don't know if there's a way to move the camera in order to expose them. Yeah, I clearly want the grapple point. Nope, not there. Not there. I do need to go around a sand. There is a grapple point to the far side of that sand trap. But if I'm able to grapple through sand, I certainly don't know that. It's not something I've had to do in the game, and I don't know if it's possible. And that's the only thing I can think of, really. I just don't see cover at that location. And I also don't see how to get out of this, although I do have the ability, I think, to use fast travel at a... if I need something very desperate as a last resort. Okay. Still don't see my strategy from here. I clearly need cover. I don't see where that cover is going to come from. And I don't think the map really exposes that for me. Is a sand trap down here? Is a sand trap down here? It's probably what this unlocks, unless it's a path to one of the Wisps, which it may be, given that this is a location to eventually unlock. Need to keep hanging on the next platform. I don't know, no, because I'm exposed and visible, and I... Oh, wait, it is concealed, isn't it? Okay. Okay, no, that's a good observation. Okay, I didn't realize that I had cover here. That's the problem I had. Okay, okay, that explains it. Didn't realize that at all. So now we go left. And then let's see. Oh. Hey, look. Save point. Let's do it. Okay, very good observation, Merlin. That definitely saved me a lot of time, in fact. So eventually we'll have the power to get through sand. Oh, whoops. Oh, didn't realize that hurts you. First time I've seen one of those, so that just gives you a limited amount of time to grapple before you are unsafe. And where are we? New location. Ah, the home of the Gorlek. Okay, windswept wastes. Collectible location over here. That guy looks rather fierce. Oh, look at the sand. That's just going to disappear from under my feet. There is plenty of ore to go around, at least. Anything up here? No. Yeah, so I guess this is just a temporarily available location. And once again, we still don't have the ability to traverse sand, but I feel like that's going to come very soon. Okay. Okay. I probably should have put an actual weapon on X now that I am fighting things again, but yeah, let's do that. Let's put Spirit Smash on. Oh, that's a new guy. Can I bash my way up this guy? Actually, no, I can't grip him. I do have to wait for the projectiles. Oh. Yeah. That's okay, that'll work too. Looks like I have to dash across fairly quickly to cross that. Grapple point up there. Can I bash these guys? Can I slap these guys rather with that? Doesn't look like it. Ground attack works pretty well actually against that. Oh, interesting. Okay. Doesn't help me get up though. I probably needed his projectile, except it's sand up there anyway. I guess the idea is that you would drop the sand from up there, weigh this down, and then maybe this just crashes. Okay. Pretty big new location to explore here. So. Yeah, it looks like you kind of have a one-shot at wall jumping these before they disappear on you. New ability to the left side. Whoops, accidentally took too much damage. Can't see what the sign is just trying to tell me, but that's okay. Let's heal up, actually. I should have healed up before trying to replenish energy. Okay. Opening this up will hopefully give me access to that ability. Oh, interesting. Now, is this timed? Nope. It's just there. Oh, got something new. Notice this crack here as well. It seems like this is a new location. Can I bust this? Yes, I can. This is all new. I don't want to fight that guy just yet. Until I guess we're fighting these guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little better at dealing with them than I was early in the game. I need health. I need health. Okay. Had a lot of trouble with these guys early on, but, you know, that was with a much more limited moveset. Okay, anything up here? Here. Not really. It's going to heal up as a precaution. Sure, let's check the lower level. And that is life. Okay, very nice. Okay. Yeah, having a much easier time with them. Yeah, we unlocked something over here, didn't we? I really thought I did. Now that... That's right. Oops. Sure, let's do it this way. Ah, okay, so the idea probably is that I want to race this. Yeah, I want to jump to each successive platform so the projectile is able to pass all the way through. But I'll need to dash a bit in order to do that accurately. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Doing it is maybe not the easiest thing, but okay. Everything does get restored rather quickly. Nope, missed. But that is an unlockable ability. There we go. Nope, not quite. Oh. Bust it like that. Yeah. There we go. Last stand. Deal 20% more damage when below 15% life. I don't know if we want to play that risky, but that'll be nice to have on hand just in case. More sand up top. Yeah, not that desperate yet, but it's available in case. Don't really want to go for those high-risk tactics just yet. Oh, whoops. Okay, this is something. Okay. That we can do. This guy is friendly. I escaped the corruption that befell many of my kin, but there is one problem. I don't have water, I don't think. Okay, so that's a quest. We'll bring him a glass of water at some point. It'll be refreshing. A refreshing special. Where are we on the map? Let's take a look. Yeah, looks like there's more to obtain over there. Oh, life that we failed to obtain. A bunch of things, of course, that are obstructed by sand right now, so I don't necessarily think I'll be able to get that yet, but we'll keep that in mind for later. Lots of sand. Aha! Probably the ability to play in the sand, I would guess. This seems like a major progression point. Burrow. Yes. Burrow dash. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, look at that. That's quite nice. And you can collect gems. Oh, you can press it again in the sand in order to dash like that. Okay, got it. Now, what is this pedestal? Spirit trial. Okay, I see. Right. Oh, so it's the two matching points again where you have to do the speed challenge to get from point A to point B. Yeah, that is quite nice. Yeah, so you just have to press the button once to enter. And then you press the button again when you're inside in order to get the burst. I get it. Yeah, this is a new power. It is not something that was in the first game. The sand mechanic is completely new. I haven't seen anything quite like it, even in similar games that are in the Metroid format. This is a very original power, in fact. It looked like that was a grapple point, but I think I have to bust this open, perhaps, in order to use it. Not really sure. Ah, no, I was just using the wrong button. That is a grapple. Hey, here's the cartographer. Not much to chart. Yes, I think I want a map. It's very satisfying. There's also a rumble effect, which you can't quite tell on stream, of course, but... Well, this goes to show just how much there is left in this area. So, I wonder if you can, in fact, do the 3 Wisps in any order. I don't think that was the case in the original game. In the original game, I think there was one that you had to do last. And I know because I tried to do it out of order, but it would be interesting if you can do any one of them first, given that I knew that there was a passage that was open over here on this side to one of the other quest objectives. So, well, lots to play with in this location now. Lots to do. So yeah, well, we have all this sand to play with all of a sudden. And yeah, this is the end point of the speed challenges that begins here. So we'll have to think about the passage that will take us through. It will likely involve using the burrow ability quite heavily. Yeah, let's just... How do I get through this? I get through it from below. I think I actually do need it to... Ah, okay. We can... Oh, okay, so I can use the burrow ability to bust through these. So, when you have sand bridges, the burrow ability works like a counterpart to the grapple. So you use the L button for just standard grapple, use the R button for anything that falls sand, so even these sand locations that are suspended can be used as grapple points. That's really neat. That's really neat. Yeah, I get it now. So you have one button to grapple to plants and one button to grapple to sand. Very unique traversal skill. That looks like a hive that I can probably bust open if I really wanted. I want to do that. Looks like there's probably something I can get out of that. Anyway. Attack sandworms. Okay, I don't see any sandworms yet. Whoop. Just flat out died. Ah, those sandworms, okay. So yeah, you can fight them in the sand. Very unique. Okay, so you do need to be careful here. It's like a swimming challenge. And Merlin, you were saying you can drop sand now at the water point? Yeah, it looks like you don't drop the sand. You just cut through the sand. That's something I didn't understand about this game earlier, that the sand isn't something you manipulate in terms of where it sits in the world, but it is something that you can just cut through directly. And so that does open up quite a lot about the places that we've seen previously, because we have been looking at so many sand traps throughout this session. So yeah, really cool moveset. I have to watch some actual speedrunners do this, you know, when I'm finished with playing the game myself, because I think some of the techniques must be quite fascinating to watch. Just because you have so many movement powers that you unlock by the time you're done. Okay. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, if I go to the left, then I can get the starting point for the speed challenge. I want to check the top left first, though. Because that will give me life. Very easy to get your muscle memory mixed up, of course, because you have grapple on L, but then grappling to sand on R. And so, there will be some button input confusion here and there while we get that sorted out. But yeah, the movement just opens up so much. Nothing down here, but oh, interesting. Yeah, we tried to dig in this location, we found a quest item instead. Take it to a specialist. Okay. Probably just in town. Yeah, let's try to do the speed challenge. I think we'll probably need to use the grapple points very fluently in order to do this. Yeah, that's going to be the starting point. What is this? Oh, that's just a rest stop. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Shit, kept running myself into the spikes. That's a terrible idea. Okay, this was the previous stopping point. Oops. Yeah, I do have to be careful. Yeah, this was where we found the item. Nothing else. Ah, nope. We got it. Oh, right, because we reset before that save point. Okay. Didn't realize I would lose the quest item. Okay. Here we go. Let's refresh a bit first. Yeah, I would like to do the speed challenge, but I think I need to get over here first. So it's going to show you the intended course for the speed path. Looks like we do need to go up there. I was thinking that we would. And then up the walls. Okay. Tricky. Let's see how much time we have to deal with. Okay, going to have to go burrow through the tree. Wow, 30 seconds. That's going to be tough. Okay. I see, I failed to use the grapple. You do need to use the grapple in order to do this effectively. No, wrong way. I think. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. So we're past time already. But let's just learn the route. Way past time, in fact. Okay. Okay. About 20 seconds over, but that's just a learning run. And yeah, one thing I discovered after the last session was that even though we are discovering these speed challenges on the map, there actually is a menu selection in your menu screens that allows you to instantly retry any of these, because there are speedrun leaderboards that are connected online when it comes to any of these. Okay, main thing we missed in this section here was the use of the grapple. Okay, there we go. Nope, kept missing this location. Need to use this grapple. Nope, wrong entry point. Wow. You have to be pretty precise, I think. But we were within 6 seconds, so just remedying some of the mistakes we saw there should be enough to get by. The previous speed challenges I did, I accomplished within a fairly tight margin. Anyway, we know the path. Let's just do it. So just need to be careful around some of the grapple points. Okay. Nope. Yeah, really having trouble with that particular segment. Also, I guess I'm not really using enough of the dash power. I was close there, actually. I was within about 3 seconds before I fell. One thing I'm definitely not using enough is the dash power for when I'm in the middle of a burrow, so lots of little improvements we can do here as long as we remember the general route. Yeah. Yeah, we are way ahead of the ghost this time. Not so far ahead this time. Okay. Okay, just barely made it. That's good enough. I'm not going to be chasing the speed leaderboards for that, I don't think. Really satisfying to do it regardless. Also a bit of a lesson in learning how to alternate quickly between the grapple and the burrow inputs, the L and the R buttons. Let's check the map for a moment just to see. And Gemstone Enthusiast, looks like that's the point that we want to reach. Now, one thing to be aware of that is I probably will be logging off fairly soon. Ideally, I would like to get over to the dungeon location, but I might be stopping before then. So, I'm not going to be on for too much longer, but in the meantime, we'll just explore some of the locations that we may or may not have opened up. There's one. We really do need to clean up our health, though, before we lose all of our gains here. There we go. Oh, whoops. And that's death. Okay. Yeah, I love watching Big Shy Guy as well, Merlin. I only started watching him recently because, well, our times line up somewhat well now when I finish, so I've been rating him a couple of times. I don't know how he's found a good jazz soundtrack that doesn't run into copyright trouble with Twitch. Because, yeah, I would love to run streams that make use of the massive jazz collection I have, but I would need to find stuff that doesn't get into streaming trouble, because playing licensed music is a real trap sometimes when it comes to, you know, making sure your stream doesn't get shut down. As Metallica discovered the hard way on Blizzard's stream just a few days ago. Don't know if you read about that. Yeah, no worries if you want to hop over to Big Shy Guy instead. Like I said, I'm not going to be on for that much longer. Okay. And let's see if we can get up to this location here. Nope, not yet. Really seems like a suspicious location, though. I think there is definitely something up there. No, there isn't. Okay, we've been here before. That's part of the speed path we took earlier. And yeah, thank you, Merlin. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. It's nice to have some regulars back, even for some content that is not Mario Maker. Obviously, these tend to be a bit smaller, but, you know, even when I don't get very many viewers, it's nice to do it just to get a recording. Because this is such a beautiful game, I knew I had to get it on video. I absolutely had to record it, so... And I'm really glad I've been doing it so far. I think it's been quite worthwhile. And what an experience it's been, too. There's a lot of creativity all over this. More than I expected, in fact, given my experience with the first game, which, you know, it was good, but it was kind of a bit more standard Metroid clone in some ways. With a couple of new platforming ideas, of course, but there's a lot going on in this game, Will of the Wisps, that has a very much expanded movement set, as well as a lot more customization for your character. And they really thought through how to make this unique. Let's drop through the bridge if we can. Yeah. Okay, got that. And up top. And okay, there we go. Let's get out of here. Seems rather important. Now, was there sand I could get through here? Maybe not. No, I've been here already. I want to go up to this location. Okay. Oh, whoa, okay. Let's not fight him just yet. There we go. Grab some energy, grab some health. And there we go. Yes, that was where we did have to stop previously. But okay, if I use the burst, that should get me through. And now, where's the ore guy? This is the ore guy. Oh no, this is just the fellow we talk to all the time. Show it to an expert. Okay. This looks like a thrilling location. Looks like that is a warp point, but I'm going to glide over. See if the glide does anything. Alright. Yeah, I got some distance to cover before we are at the top of this zone. Looks like there's going to be another warp fragment challenge, followed by our final arrival up top. So, let's see, since we're at a warp location, it would be kind of nice to get all the way over to the temple entrance. Let's see if I can make it there. I do have to probably shut down somewhat soon, but so I was thinking about ending at that save point, but I think we can afford to do a bit more. So so we can continue at a very natural zone boundary for the next session that we run. Okay, we can in fact drop down here. Whoa, okay. That is one keystone though, which is very important. That's exactly what we were looking for in order to progress past the next gate. I have to remember I can't latch onto those guys. And what is over here? Okay. Whoops. Even triple jump isn't going to quite save me there. Nope. Nope, not quite. It'll take a lot of punishment here until we get this fixed up. Yeah. I need to rethink my timing here. This is actually trickier than it looks. I have to get a higher location, I think. Nope, keep missing. It's okay, let's wait for another cycle. Yeah, just can't quite catch that location for some reason. I don't know if there's something else I need to do to clean that up, or if it's already what I can do. No, not quite within range. I can't grab the next one yet for some reason. It may just be a timing thing. Okay. I was thinking I could take a few points of damage there, that maybe I could survive the spiky bit and get up to the next grapple, but nope, just knocked me down, so not going to solve my problem just yet. Yeah, way off. I don't know if I can do this yet. I probably should be able to, but I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, you know what? I'm not using the glide. That's probably the main thing. But the glide is only going down, so the problem is that I currently don't have enough height vertically to grab onto the next grapple point. Not going high enough. I'm not sure how I can. Okay. Yeah, it feels like that is reachable. And that I'm just missing. There we go, at last. Nope, that's a mistake. Right, because the sand, as soon as you touch it, you have to get off, because that will unlock the beam. Yes, okay. Definitely one of the tougher platforming challenges we've seen here so far, just because of the difficulty of getting latched over that distance. Nope. There we go. Oh, wow. Nope, got trapped. Wonder if this is one of the standard locations for the keystones, or if it is actually just a bonus item and a bonus challenge. It does seem quite a bit harder than a lot of the other required material. Losing a ton of health, that's going to be... There we go. Oh, it's going to be an unlockable turmoil. Enemies respawn faster. Now, why would I want that? Probably for income. I can see somebody wanting to use that for an income boost, but like if you want to be a speedrunner as well, if you need the respawns in order to have more grapple points or traversal, you can see why. It's interesting that there are so many custom items that are very high risk in this game, and it almost seems like it is designed for people who want to push the leaderboards, that you can always adopt a super high risk strategy. And I remember SteamWorld Dig 2, which is one of the other really great Metroid Deluxe, doing this as well. Okay, let's remember to use the burst. Yeah, starting to run a little bit low on energy, but we'll grab that and hopefully be able to bust through the next door. Okay. There we go. Looks like we do have the required keystones at this point, so let's just throw everything in. Looks like we are getting close to the end of this sequence. Whoops. Heal up. That'd be a good idea. Maybe I can attack this guy from below. Not really. Not very well. There we go. Just money from that. No real health, but... Oh, it looks like there's energy from down... from up there. I think maybe I need to use the burst. Possibly I needed to retain that guy and keep him alive in order to get the height I need. Yeah, might have needed to keep the enemy alive there in order to do that properly, but it's okay. Now I think when I'm in the sand, I can't burst that down myself. I do need to use an enemy projectile, and we'll see how that looks. Oh, I can guide that. Okay, no, I can guide the enemy projectile, yes. That's the idea. Okay. Okay, but then I need to burst it through it in order to... There we go. There we go. Interesting location for energy down there. Don't know how I can access it just yet, but maybe it's through this guy. Okay. Just gonna do a bit of a hit and run. There we go. And then I need to bust through this. That's going to require an enemy projectile once again. I need to find... Yep, there we go. Oh, gonna get shot in the face. But that is going to get me what I need. I am all out of energy for anything like health replenishment. Let's wait that out. Oh, interesting. It's bouncy. Okay. I think I probably need to use the missile to get through that. Oh, no. That's going to be activated by the switch, I bet. Yeah. Very low in health right now, though. I think the idea is that I do need to bust through that location. Let's see if I can get a projectile out of this guy just so I can access the energy point. Nope. Oh hey, I can actually bust him open like that, okay. Possibly I can get some health, yeah, that's right. Excellent. Still need to use the guidance off this projectile though to get... no, not quite. Nope. Right idea. I think I need to go up to the left platform first, and then maybe guide it over to the right from there, but difficult to say. Can't quite aim this thing. It's clearly what I'm supposed to do. Oh, whoops. That's sniped. Okay. Now, that's quite a reset, actually, in this location, but maybe it'll give me a chance to get that energy up there. There we go. I will gladly take that. Okay, let's do this again. Yeah, quite a long reset this time. Longer than usual for this game. Quite a big change from the way that save points worked in the first game, where you could place saves at any time you liked using your own energy pool. But if you forgot to do so, you would be in for a very long reset indeed. So, anyway, once again, here's the missile point. Let's guide this guy. I'll have to redo some of this content. Let's get rid of this. Okay, really quite low in health, but bust him down. Okay. Still not very good at dodging those when they do make an impact. Now maybe let's clear this location first, just to get everything out of the way in advance. In advance of having to use that missile guidance over here, which completely wrecked my previous series of attempts. Yeah, you do keep moving when you're in the sand, and so... actually, no. I think I'm supposed to deflect the missile. Yeah. There we go. There we go. That's the solution. Should have been obvious to me in the first place, but we'll take it. And that should get me through the door. Now it's just a time challenge to survive all of these laser gates here while not getting nuked by projectiles. Whoops. Okay, yeah, I'll take that, since we get life replenishment back up to full. Whoops. Really poor aim here. I should work on that. Yeah, we need to grip this projectile here, I think. Okay, there we go. Once again, that's going to be a test of whether you understand the distinction between the two kinds of inputs. Whoops. How long a reset are we in for? Since the life container. Okay, that's fine. It's not too bad. Okay, this will be a gliding spot, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Yeah. Learn how to fight these guys properly, but he's just going to die on the terrain. Yeah, it is a much bigger game than I thought it would be as well, especially because it's much bigger than the first game. The first game was not that long. Was easy to get to 100% within, say, about 12 hours or so. This game, I would say I've put in probably 9 to 10 hours so far, and I've clearly got lots to do. Just lots that has not even been approached yet. Especially because the traversal powers are so much more fluid in this one. Okay. Okay, really have to watch our movement here. This is kind of tricky, because you move so quickly inside the sand that... Okay, I'll take that. And I'll just die. Okay, I'll have to redo that, by the looks of it. Now, let's see if I have to redo the collectible location up top. Yes, I do. Okay. There we go. Yeah, very fluid movement once you unlock all of the relevant abilities, which takes a while, but... Actually, no, it doesn't take that long. I would say that we unlocked a lot of things at once in the last session. I don't really want to fight this guy, I just want to get back up to what we were doing previously. Whoa. Okay, I do have to fight this guy, just to get him out of the way. Too many problems if I leave him. Way too many problems. I need to find a better method for that laser segment, I think. I'm having too much trouble dodging them when I'm just bursting like this. Yeah. Because the movement while you're burrowing can be a bit difficult to control since you do have that constant motion. And... okay. Get rid of him. Yeah, too bad I've had to do this one every time, given where the save location is. There we go. Might just be something I'm missing about how to take cover in this segment. And also my ability to see where the danger zones are going to be. Let's heal up first. Let's heal up. Because otherwise this segment is going to cause lots and lots of problems. Yeah, I just need to go around in circles for a bit, I think. And then, oh wow, there's so many danger zones there. It's actually really kind of tricky. Okay, this guy's just wrecking me this time. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I still don't have the right approach at all to some of this material here. Oops. Wonder if I should in fact save some of this for later. Oh, I hadn't seen this one previously, had I? There we go. Of course, I'll just have to redo that if I keep failing at the sand segment directly afterwards. Not to go in the same direction as the wheels. You know what? You're probably right about that. Yeah, it's very easy to develop a bit of tunnel vision, I think. And, you know, just try to do the same solutions over again, even though they're clearly not correct. I've definitely had a few moments like that today. Oh wow. Got nuked. I'm in big trouble now. Big reset once again. Okay, we might have a bit of a saner approach to that segment now. So, let's see what I can do with it. Grab this guy. Grab this guy. Yeah, but I think you're right about that, and I don't know how long it would have taken me to realize that. Yeah, difficult cover timing sometimes when you can't quite see what's about to hit you. Yeah, I can outrun some of this stuff. Yeah, there's some cover. There actually is a little bit of guidance from the collectible locations where you could get the little gemstones. A little bit of guidance, not much. Clearly still taking too much damage here. I don't know, ultimately though, I feel like I still need to get through that central location. Let's heal up. I wonder if I just need to guide the missile to take this out completely. You know, just attack that. If I can. I mean, we have the missile available here. That's got to be for something. And I suspect that it's for just destroying the laser, maybe. I won't get to see it that run. Okay. Yeah, maybe I just need to destroy the laser. I can heal at that spot, but I don't have a lot of time to do that. Okay. Doesn't take long to repeat that, at least. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see, wow, where some of the spikes are along the walls. It's one of the issues I had with both the first and the second game, is that sometimes you do take a lot of spike damage from the environments that visually can be hard to detect. Anyway, let's do this again while we're still here. Yeah, that's one disadvantage of not being able to place your safe location like in the first game. Is that when you do want to retain some bonuses, it's kind of tricky. On the other hand, you run into fewer issues with, you know, forgetting to place a save and having a huge reset. So it's a bit of a trade-off to have the autosave system that is in this one. Looks like following the gems is maybe the right idea. They do exist for a reason. Yeah, you just get so many hot surfaces. The red surfaces are dangerous. A lot of other stuff is also dangerous. Oh yeah, that's gonna nuke me. Let's heal up once again. Probably should have done a full heal, but you know, we take unnecessary risks sometimes. Just maybe soak some of that damage and oh no. No. Too many red hot surfaces everywhere. Yeah, it is just a challenge to get through, I think, but yeah, I feel like I should be guiding this. Nope, it doesn't destroy it. Okay. Now we know. I was really hoping it would do something to damage the laser. But that is not the way. Let's just do it this way. Yeah, I guess maybe timing our way around it was, in fact, correct. But okay, so we have this location here. A lot of stuff to the left side that I don't want to deal with yet. Save location. Yeah, let's see if I can get up to the entrance. I assume it's an entrance because it looks like it's probably going to be a dungeon sequence or something. Big. Oh, it looks like it's under guided missile. Let's see what we can do with it. Don't really see what my intended target is for that just yet. Oh, whoops. I think I'll need to probably guide the missile out so I have a an additional platforming element to burst from. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. There we go. Like that. Okay, that's fine. Mysterious seed, okay. That's right, we'll plant that eventually, I'm sure. Okay. And now we just go this way. Let's not lose all our health yet. It's not really big brain play. You kind of get used to the logic of how the platforming in this game works after you've spent a lot of time just boosting everywhere. You start to see everything as a potential target for a boost. That's one of the things that makes the movement in the Ori games quite special, actually, is the fact that enemy projectiles can help you platforming. And now I have to redo that, of course, but I have to redo that over again, but it is correct. Okay, there we go. And that's the climb. And yeah, it is going to be a temple. And let's take a look at the map. So we do see an ore location over to the left. I'm going to try to grab that since it is an optional bit. But when I enter, I am probably going to log off from there and stop for this session. There we go. Oops. Oops. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, it's very easy to get the inputs confused because it's L to grab the lamps. Oh, interesting, that it doesn't register this as collected until you land safely. I always like that when I see that in platformers. I first noticed that in Rayman Legends. It's also the way it works in Celeste. I always like that because you can't just suicide into things to grab them. You do actually have to learn how to get in and out. And yeah, Merlin, I thought Bowser's Fury had tons of content in a short space, that even though it was short, it felt like it had a lot more action than games that were twice the length. I mean, I've already spent as much time in this game as I did in Bowser's Fury, and of course this is also very packed. But I felt like Bowser's Fury felt very complete for what it was, even though it was short. The way will not open until the heart knows that it is safe, so I guess there is supposed to be a specific order that I have to do this in, and maybe I'm not allowed to open this up yet. 4 wisps must gather for the gate to unlock. Oh, interesting, so this is actually the final gate of the game then. So this is going to be where the end game is. Okay, so I actually found the end location. I have to do everything else in the game first, but I'm actually quite pleased that the game will let me get this far. Even if I'm doing things way out of order. So let's get back to the save point then. The warp point, I should say. And we'll stop at the warp point, because that's where we'll continue the adventure. So yeah, I think this is a pretty appropriate location to stop. Thank you for joining me for so long today, and thank you, Merlin, for keeping me company, and also giving me some of the quick solutions to things that I was trying the wrong way over and over a few times. I don't mind a little bit of light backseat assistance there. We have a small enough audience right now that I don't know if we'll raid anybody. I might take a look for a moment just to see. But thank you once again for joining me. We will likely be continuing this at the same time tomorrow. And, you know, we'll go for as long as it takes to run the game. I don't know if I'll finish it this week, but probably by next week for sure. And then we'll be back to Mario Maker for the weekend, as was the case in the past few days. So, until then, stick around. We may raid somebody, but I'm not sure. If not, I'm sure you'll find somebody very interesting to drift off to next. But thanks for watching. Glad you enjoyed what you saw of this game. I'm really eager to continue. I love what I've seen so far. And yeah, so it'll be a good morning to you, almost good afternoon, and fare thee well.